Hello everyone. This is the sixth team, Artlas, and we're presenting our project with the updates from the mentors. First of all, the idea behind our project is having an online retail store that contributes to structuring the work of ladies who do craft, the ladies crafters in the Atlas region, to help them overcome the problem of seasonality in their work. The idea came as a result of many discussions that we had as a team, and we noticed that we have a similar interest in working with women and working with the SDG, gender equality and women empowerment. That's why we actually came to the conclusion that this is the idea that we want to work with. The problem we're solving is basically the lack of structure and seasonality of their activities. And the people we're targeting are the ladies in the region of Atlas, and we're starting with Tarmilat exactly. Tarmilat is a very marginalized place near Ifrin. For the first mentor we had, it's Mrs. Aisha Boujar, who is a member and actually the president of the Réseau de Femmes pour le Mentoring et le Networking in Rabat. And she actually approved the idea and found it very interesting, and actually told us to work on the sustainability part, which is the next part we're going to be working on for the coming weeks.
After presenting this to Mrs. Bennouna, the current solution that you can see on the slide, she thinks that this solution will limit their target market to AUI students. Hence, they will never be able to reach a wider target market, and this will also limit the revenue generated. And after presenting our solution that you can see also in the slides, this solution was praised by Mrs. Bennouna. She believes that the online store is the best solution to address the problem of reaching a wider target. However, the technology gap among such workers and crafters could stand as a problem to this solution.
Be presented to you question 5 and 6. And Mr. Mehdi Mehdiwi, he was actually my mentor. He helped me a lot in changing up my answers and then reflecting a lot about our actual brand and where we wanted to actually be. So he was a building renovation area manager. Then he moved to a totally different field to being a freelancer. He became a tour guide and travel consultant in Marrakesh. And then he became the CEO and now is the founder of Souk in Style. So Souk in Style was only founded in 2021, so it's very fresh, just like our idea. But then the main thing that really attracted me to actually and intrigued me to actually look for this mentor exactly is the fact that Souk and Style had the same exact concept as our brand. So it's a retail online website which sells Moroccan traditional crafts from people in the region of Marrakesh. So it was really the same thing. So I thought that maybe he would bring to us some ideas that we really did not think about before. So for education, he studied in the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. So now that you know my mentor, I'll let you get to know our new distinguishing traits. So for our new distinguishing traits, we will be talking about what we did before and then what we added to our distinguishing traits. So here, what did we come up with? So first of all, we talked about CSR and profit sharing ratio before, but then when I was talking to my actual mentor, he said a sentence that really intrigued me. He said, "You have truly shown that you care about your craft artists. However, what about the customer?" So here you see, we're trying to prove to the customer that yes, we are in fact corporately socially responsible. And then we have a good profit sharing ratio with our craft artists, meaning that they're actually getting their rights and they are actually getting the money that they deserve. However, we really did not give some features to the actual customer, which was distinguishing us from other brands. So here we talked about we came up with customization and fast delivery. So we will let our customer drop in files and send us images that they want on their carpet, their rugs, their mugs, whatever. So we will really let them be in charge of the final product that they will get. So then we are all offering fast delivery, so 24-hour delivery for generic standard products and 5 to 6 days delivery for customized products, which is actually a bit very, I think not a bit, but very fair since the products are actually going to be customized. So now we will be talking about question 6. Will people actually pay for our solution? And the answer is simple, yes. because we are offering
project idea, we interviewed Yusuf Shakron, CEO of Shims for Lighting, a company that produces traditional lamps that transform solar energy into electricity. He's also project manager at Enactus Morocco. Following the interview, Mr. Shakron allowed us to treat the project more professionally and pay attention to some details we neglected before. Will people buy into our solution? People are likely to buy into our solution because people want businesses to take greater responsibility, action, and accountability, and they prefer to do businesses with firms who reflect their values. Given the fact that traditional workers have been going through a crisis lately, and people are less likely to purchase from them because the old ways are not conventional. Making the products they offer more accessible to a wider market is going to make customers know that their buying decision has an actual impact on society. How will potential stakeholders learn about our solution? So, stakeholders is one of the key elements to success of a project as part of the human resources factor. So, the first step would be to identify potential stakeholders that are genuinely engaged in projects similar to ours. Then we can make them learn about our solution through direct contact with them to build trust and through promotional activities they are likely to be involved in.
For the fifth mentor, I will present you the Harakat sisters. As you may know, they are sisters, Sarah and Nisreen. They are CEO of Harakat sister brand, and they are also CEO or the founder of association in Lebanon, which is called Femmes Libres. And for the education, they were in Université La Sorbonne in Paris and also in University Strasbourg. So during the break, I had to think about a mentor, or we can call it an expert in entrepreneurship field, and I knew this brand, Harakat Sister, which is a brand created by two young women that are Morocco and Lebanese, and which is close to our idea, Artlas. First, I contacted her. I contacted Sarah by via Instagram. It took some time to have an answer, but after that I had the chance to elaborate more on their brand, the accessories and the bags. They are known for decor and clothes styled by her parents. And thanks to the new style train, the back to vintage style, they operate here in Morocco and also in France and in Lebanon. Soon, after that, I got an answer from Sarah Harakat, one of the founders, and I showed her our idea of Artlas, and she found it original. I took the advantage to talk to her about our project, and I asked her some questions, like how will consumer know they can rely on us. She suggested me to always be in the place of a consumer and think like a consumer, having the idea that having a loyal consumer is better than having many consumers. For the other question, it is about how we communicate this message explicitly. She told me that as a distributor or a brand, we all think that making a profit is the important thing, but we need to know how to make this transaction. And for the second question, it is about what changed in our mind as a group. So after discussing with Sarah Harakat and comparing with our first Canva, I realized that we had a lot of things to do and a lot of missing points regarding our help of those crafting women and men. It takes time, consistency, and a lot of perseverance.
Mentor was a senior brand manager that I had the chance to work with her as an intern. So I asked her the following questions. The first question was, what should we focus on while building our brand image to inspire trust and reliability within our customers? Her answer was that the most important thing for businesses is focusing on their content, as many companies today forget that part, but it is very essential as it provides consumers with valuable information and is an effective way to build a strong and meaningful relation with customers. And as we all know, loyal customers are those who are going to be our brand ambassadors later and spread a good word of mouth about our business. The second question was, Given your wide experience in marketing and how to launch a brand from scratch, what would be the best way to first introduce and advertise our brand to the customers? She advised us to find out what your customers' interests are, which social platforms they use the most, and also she tell us that we need to conduct an extensive research before starting out any advertising campaign. Thank you.